Welcome to another segment of Manifest with SII Power with your host, Dwight Lee. And on this segment, we're going to be talking about the five senses and your higher mental faculties. Before we delve into that, if you are enjoying the channel and you're getting great value out of the content and you're taking things and integrating them, implementing them, and appropriating them into your life to demonstrate and manifest more favorable results, please consider subscribing to the channel through hitting the subscribe button. And thank you for subscribing to the channel. So, the five senses and the higher mental faculties. So, we all know that we have the five senses, right? See, hear, smell, taste, and touch. And then we have the higher mental faculties. Um, and we divide these into the left side and the right side. And the six higher mental faculties are imagination, intuition, memory, perception, reason, and will. So at all times, we have these tools and resources at our disposal to help us with our um, everyday living in the form of processing information and, interpretations, generalizations, conclusions, um, perspectives, labeling, framing, and assigning meaning to things. And it's to the measure that we're able to effectively and efficiently utilize these tools to withdraw right conclusions or favorable conclusions or growth process conclusions, it determines how our life is going to go. So we know that we always, in any given situation, we can react or we can respond. I call responding standing in your power and asking yourself empowering questions such as, what is this trying to tell me? What is this showing me? And then what can I glean or grasp from this experience? Um, some people like to say that we're going through lessons, testings, and blessings, or it's like riding a roller coaster. Sometimes you're at the bottom, you head towards the middle, and then you're at the top, and something may happen, and you may come back down. It's ebbs and flows, but it's all about how you process that determines whether this can be beneficial to you or it can be counteractive or counterproductive. You know, um, Managing your emotions or emotional management is very, very key and important because your emotions make your decisions. So your attitude and your mood are very important because that determines your altitude and your latitude. So these things that I'm talking about are very, very important. They might sound cliche, they might sound simple, but all human beings are participating in these interactions all day, every day. We're dealing with the four modalities: people, environment, circumstance, and information. We're all processing this, so we don't have really no excuses or rational lies, because excuses, right? You can either make excuses or you can make progress, but you can't do both, right? And then rational lies are the things that you tell yourself that talk you out of the things that you so strongly desire or that you deserve and that you're worthy of. But you keep buying that story that you're telling yourself. Nothing changes until something changes. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Hopefully, I'm making sense. We've been live on Manifest with SII Power with your host, Dwight Lee. And on this segment, we've discussed in detail about the five senses and the higher mental faculties and how all of us are always processing people, environment, circumstance, and informations. We can't get away from it because I mean, one part is getting 40 billion bits of information per second. The other part is getting 4 billion bits of information per second. So we're always processing. And then there's things that's happening with the subconscious mind that you're not even aware of, similar to a dog that can hear other sounds that we can't hear. You know what I mean? So if you've been getting good value out of the content and you've been enjoying the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel through hitting the subscribe button. And thank you for subscribing to the channel. If you want to find out about my coaching services, whether it's group coaching, private coaching 101, or email coaching, please email me.